Hey, how you doing? So on this episode, the real world, do it yourself. What to do when you're sort of stuck in a pinch. You got a flat tire. You were sort of a dummy like me. You didn't get your spare taken care of. And your valve stem fails. See that? Tried to put a little fix-a-flat on there. And yeah, these aren't the newest tires in the world, but it's only because the tread's still okay. It's just because they're somewhat old. But this car gets driven only 2 miles a week. So if you're like me, and you get stuck and there's no one to help you to take your spare rims down, I got tires right there, but Goodyear wasn't much of a help. Don't blame me, Goodyear. Blame your branch, Mountain View, there in Tarzana. You're going to have to silicone that. At least you can get to the gas station. Alright, so what am I using here? This stuff hardens up. It's every bit as tough as your tire rubber. You just got to make sure you put enough of a gob on there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to fill that and then put them on the stem as well. Of course, we're going to have to wait 2 to 3 hours to see if this even worked. And then try to fill it up with air and a little fix-a-flat, get to the gas station. Alright, as you can see, I've got that set in there. A little bit of unintended consequence you want to try to avoid. What am I looking at here? There we go. Is to not get too much silicone on the valve stem, front or back. Because it will make your, obviously, you need to go to fill this up with air, a little bit more work. So you just rub off, you know, you might have gotten a little extra around that valve stem. And you know, you gotta let it set up for 2 or 3 hours. Ideally a day, but I don't got that kind of time today. That's why this is the real world. So, we're gonna see here in about 2 or 3 hours how that holds up. Hey, how you doing? So, I'll be the first to say I'm surprised this held up. You can see, obviously, the tire's filled up. And it's the same tire I was working on before, it's not a new one. This may have been the weak spot. I tried going in there after only an hour and a half to set up. Didn't work, not in 60 degrees. So you may want to do what I did and wait 12 hours, even in rainy conditions. And there's probably the culprit for this tire. But for the purposes of getting your butt somewhere safe, this works. So that's what I will be doing. Soon enough, use heavy-duty silicone on this so it will withstand the air pressure, and don't be afraid to gob it on there. At least you can get to your local, whomever, whatever tire manufacturer you prefer, safely. This will probably even last 50 miles if you're out there, you know, in the boonies. So always take silicone with you on a road trip. You never know when it might come in handy, especially if you've got an itty-bitty trunk in a Mustang like I do and you can hardly fit a spare tire in there. Alright, but again, I'm not advising that this is not a permanent fix, you understand. This is just how to remedy your situation so you can take care of it yourself. Never have to rely on others if you can.